Right, welcome back, boys and girls, after the short break that we had. Now, remember now, this session I said now we are going to try to see if is it possible for us now to determine now the equation of f, the equation of the cubic function name. Right, of course, you have seen what is it that we need when we do what? When we sketch the graph of f. Right, now let us look at this. What is it that we need, especially when we determine the equation. Of course, now I said here we have question 9. Here we have the function. The function f at x is equals to minus 2x to the power of 3 plus ax squared plus bx plus c sketched below. The turning points of the graph of f are 2 and minus 9, as well as the coordinates of the s there is 5 as well as 18. Right, basically from this function you can see that the information that is given here is only what? It's only the turning points. Right, 9.1 says show that a is equals to 21, b is equals to minus 60, and c is equals to 43. Show that a is 21, b is equals to minus 60, and then c is equals to 43. Right, boys and girls, now let us see 9.1. What is it that we need? Of course, we know that for us to have the turning points, we know what is that we must do now. First, to have 2 as well as 5, then we must find the derivative. Is that correct? We find the derivative, we let the derivative to be 0. Of course, now we solve for x. That is where we end up even there, 2 as well as 5. Now, what do we do now to get minus 9 as well as 18? Of course, you take 2, you substitute it there to get minus 9. And also you take 5 to substitute it in the original equation to get what? To get 18. Boys and girls, it means that is the information that we need for us now to solve this problem here. Right, now we have f at x is equals to minus 2x to the power of 3 plus ax squared plus bx plus c. Right, now we said for turning points we need the derivative. It means now we must have f prime of x is equals to minus 6x squared, that is the derivative of minus 2x to the power of 3, of course, plus what? Plus 2ax, then plus b. Right, of course, that is the derivative of f. Right, basically now what do we know is at the turning points we let the gradient to be 0. Is that correct? And the other thing that you must also understand is if you take the x value, that you have obtained from that derivative when you solve for x, you substitute them in the derivative, you're going to get your y as what? You're going to get your y as 0. Then it means now when we substitute 2 here, then our y will then be what? Our derivative will then be 0. That is why now we are going to have minus 6 into 2 all squared plus 2a times 2, then plus b. Right, of course, boys and girls, now when you multiply the 2, we have 4 multiplied by minus 6, then the answer there is what? The answer is minus 24 plus 4a plus b is equals to 0. Right, immediately when I see that I have 2 unknown, I can see down this one, I need to have 2 equations so that I can now do what? I can now be able to solve them simultaneously. Of course, from this one then, that is 24. 24 minus 4a is equals to what? 24 minus 4a is equals to b. I can now say this one will be there. This one will be the first equation. Right, of course, boys and girls, from here now, we do the same again. We know that if we take 5, then substitute it in the derivative, we will get y as what? We'll get y as 0. Therefore, we have 0 there is equals to minus 6 times what? Minus 6 times 5 all squared plus 2a multiplied by 5, then plus b. Then, of course, from here now we simplify to say that is 25 multiplied by minus 6. Then the answer there is a minus 150 plus 10a plus b. Right? That is 150 plus 10a plus b. Then I can name this one to be the second equation, or you can decide to take the 150 and 10 on the other side so that you have b as a subject of the formula. That will be your option. Of course, now the next step now I can see now, what do I do now? I substitute b now with what? I substitute b now with 24 minus 4a. Right, of course, now we'll therefore have what? 0. But then have 0 is equals to minus 150, then plus 10a plus what is b now? We substitute b now with 24 minus 4a. Right, from here now we solve. I take 150 on the other side, it is positive 150 plus 10a plus 24, we multiply by the positive, and minus 4a. Of course, when I take 24 on the other side, we are going to have what? 150 minus 24 is equals to, of course, 10a minus 4a. What is 10a minus 4a? Of course, that will be what? That will be 6a. And now we take 150 minus 24. 150 minus 24 is 120, 126. Then you divide by 6, divide by 6. Therefore, a then is equals to what? A is equals to 20, a is equals to 21. Then we can see now we have the value of 21. We can just check here as well. They said now we must show that a is equals to 21. Then boys and girls, we are happy now we have the value of a as 21. Now how do we get the value of b? Of course, we can just substitute a in one of the two equations. Let me take the first equation to say we know that b is equals to 24 minus 4 multiplied by 21, right? Of course, we are going to have what? We are going to have 24 minus 4 times 21. 4 times 21 will be 40, 84, will be 84. Of course, now from this one you can say 84 minus 24, then the answer there will be, minus 6. When you take 24, then you subtract 84, then your answer is minus 60. And boys and girls, if we check this one as well, we can see now we have the value of b there as a what? As a minus 60. Now we are left now with c. The question is now, what is it that you're going to do now to substitute to get the value of c? What is it that you're going to do? Yes, we can just take one of the two to say we know that f is equals to what? We know that f at x is equals to minus 2x to the power of 3 plus what is the value of a? A is 21, x squared, and then b is a minus 60, minus 60x, and then plus what? Plus c. It means the only thing that we need down is to determine the value of c. Right, boys and girls, what we can do now, we can just take one of the point here. It's either you take point T or you take point S, where now you say, I know that when I determine the y value at the turning points, I substitute x in the original. It means when you substitute 2 in the original, our y must be what? Our y must be minus 9. It means now we do what? We substitute the point T where x is 2 and then y is minus 9. Right, let us see what is it that you're going to get there. Then we have minus 9 is equals to minus 2 into 2 to the power of 3 there, plus 21, 2 squared, minus 60 times 2, then plus c. Let us now simplify. That is 8 times minus 2. That will be minus 16 here, plus then 4 times 21. That will be 84, then minus 120 plus c is equals to minus 9. Then of course now if I move everything on the other side, this one will be minus 6 plus 84 plus minus 120. Minus 120, it is equals to what? It is of course minus 40, minus 42. That is minus 6 plus 84. Of course, plus 84 minus 120, then it's minus 42. And now we take it on the other side to have what? Take it on the other side now to have positive what? Positive 42 here. Minus 9 is equals to? No, not 6. Let me see. Sorry for this one here. That is, should be 16, because that is 8 times 2. Yeah, that should be 16 here. That is negative 16, because 8 to the power of 3. 8 to the power of 3 is what? It's 8. 8 multiplied by minus 2, then it will be minus 16. Right. Now, let me see now. Minus 16 plus 84 minus 120. Then the answer there, it is 52, not 42. Then we have 52 minus 9 is equals to C. Then 52 minus 9, of course, then the answer there is 43. Therefore, the value of C now, you can see it is 40. it is 43. Boys and girls, what is it that we have done here? I think it's very important. I've seen that we are given the coordinates of the turning points. It means the first thing that we did here is to find the derivative. Why? Because we know for us to have the turning points, we need the derivative. Now it means then immediately once you have the derivative, we substitute the value of x at the derivative, so that we know that when we substitute the value of x, y will be 0. And now we simplify. We had the first equation, which is 24 minus 4a is equals to b. Then another one now is we substituted the second value of x there as well. See now to have what? To have minus 150 plus 10a plus b. Of course, now we can see now we have two unknown. We can make now b the subject of the formula, then we substitute it in. Now I know the question will be, what if I take the x and then thereafter I substitute minus 9 as well as 2? Of course, if you do this one in the next step, you are going to have 3 unknown. You are going to have 3 unknown. Your unknown will be a as well as b as well as c. That is why it will be easier for you or advisable to you to say, if I have 2 turning points and the value of x as well as y, first, what is it that you must do there? You just substitute the x, and later on now you can substitute the x as well as y. Okay.